Hey, folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. This video for Thursday, December 8th, 2011 is sponsored by Realtik. Alright guys, let's get started here. The market's taking a little bit of a hit today. In fact, it's a pretty sizable hit considering where the markets have been trading the last few days, which has been mostly sideways. Today the Dow is down 153, Nasdaq down 37.5, and the S&P 500 down 20.5, basically 1.5% across the board. Now the key is what caused the downdraft today. Ultimately, it was the new chief of the ECB, and he basically came out today. They cut interest rates by a quarter, point, essentially 25 basis points. But what ended up happening here, folks, was initially he came out and everyone thought he was going to say, we're going to be buying the debt up of all these troubled nations. We're going to come out here and we're going to save the day just like Bernanke. And a lot of people thought that he was a clone of Bernanke. He was put in place after Trichet left. Trichet was always very, very hawkish. And here comes this Draghi, Mario Draghi, and he's going to be all dovish and do whatever it takes just like Bernanke. And he threw a curveball today because he specifically came out and said, I'm not going to do that. And all of a sudden, you saw the futures pre-market dump sharply. And the markets just came crashing down. The gap down today here, and then the rest of the day we've been selling all the way to this pivot point right here. Now, the key is this pivot point, guys, is a major support level. Plus, you have a three-tail theory, which is a probability proprietary technique used here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. And you use this three-tail theory conjoined with a bottoming tail off major support to be a long play. And sure enough, I gave my members on Traders Life, which is the social forum here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, best elite traders in the world on this social forum, the long trade based on that level, folks, and they're already making massive amounts of money on the bounce up here off the bottoming tail, three-tail theory, and look at the market slowly floating up here. So again, and this is just a scalp to give you a sense of what we do, but it's proprietary in nature. You want to learn this? You come join us here. There's a 7-day free trial. And you want to take the Research Center and the Intraday Stock Chat. If you're more of a swing trader and you work 9 to 5, the Research Center is your key. If you want to do more intraday analysis, learn from the pros on an intraday basis, then the Intraday Stock Chat is key. And they're both 7-day free trials. Bottom line is, another winning trade today here, and a beautiful example of a rare three-tail theory. This is kind of like the albino alligator or dolphin or rhino or whatever you call it when you see this type of signal. It's a very high probability signal that you're going to get a little bit of a bounce here in the markets, and this bounce may continue even up towards the 20 moving average in the not too distant future. We'll continue to watch it, but either way, all traders here have half off the table already and a break-even stop in play. All right, and again, these three-tail theory, you can find it on daily charts and so forth. So if you're a swing trader, you can do the same thing and find the same patterns. All right, now let's go over a couple other things. What else is moving today? Well, if we go to the dollar and off of the Draghi announcement here, if we take a look at the UUP, you can see the dollar has been stronger today. And it makes sense. If you think about it logically, things don't look so good and so rosy in the market anymore, especially over in Europe. So what happens? People run for safety in the U.S. dollar. Things here in the United States, in terms of economic news that we've been getting of late, including jobless claims today, have been pretty solid. So obviously the dollar is going to go up. What do we know about when the dollar goes up? What happens to the markets? The markets go inverse to the dollar, therefore they're going to fall. And that, again, makes perfect sense here. If we look at the daily chart of the UUP, which is the ETF that tracks the dollar, you do have an in spirit of bearish pattern here. So I think that's the other thing you want to keep an eye on, folks. In spirit of pattern, which tells us eventually the dollar is going to come down. And again, it could happen very soon. I have a gap fill right here, which I would like to see ultimately hit. If we could hit that, then I think you have a downward move in the dollar coming probably in the next 3 to 4 trading days. And again, that should be a catalyst for a move up in the markets. So again, short-term down, yes, we're getting that today. But I do think that there is a possibility of some upside in the not-too-distant future. In addition, if we go back to the spiders on an intraday basis, let me just jump back here, folks. Intraday basis on the spiders, and I zoom out on the charts here. You can see this triangular pattern. See this triangular pattern on the charts in white, sloping up, sloping down? Look at where we ran into today, yesterday. Essentially yesterday there at the high, right at the pivot point. The last couple days we've been up into that. That's major resistance. The market's having a lot of trouble taking that out. So again, you can see how each day we kind of run up in there. The market was selling, again up and selling, and then it tested again, and now a bigger sell to the downside. But either way, yes, you're not able to get through that easily right now, but you still have to look at the larger picture, which is a big up move here, and this is still consolidation inside bars. And that's also giving you the probability that eventually you'll get one more move up in this market pretty solid move up in my opinion, probably to about the 130-ish level, 129.5 level at some point in the next week or two. All right, again, it should start as early as, early next week, my guess. Maybe even as early as tomorrow with the summit. We should get some word from Sarkozy and Merkel from this European summit that's going on. All right, so that's what's going on here in the markets. I want to take a look at gold. Gold is getting hammered today. GLD is down $3.40, and what a drop there. Great drop. Notice the double bottom down here. This is definitely some support down here on the GLD, and again, it looks like it wants to head there or get at least close to that range. Taking a look at the silver trade, the SLV, which I've been promoting as a short possibility. This is working out beautifully. The short probability was based on the large in spirit of bear flag here with another micro in spirit of bear flag right here. And you can see it's playing out very, very nicely. And I know a lot of traders here at In the Money Stocks and investors and swing traders took this trade as well. So, again, good job. You'll have a little bit of support right down at this pivot low, and then ultimately the double bottom down here will be your next spot of interest on the SLV chart. So good stuff going on, guys. I mean, bottom line is this is where it's at. You want to continue to enjoy and make money. And if you're with us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, not only are we giving you live trades, live swing trades, live investment options, as I take them myself, I post them myself. I gave out a stock today, folks, RENN. I put it for the Research Center members as a swing trade. My entry was $3.52. It ran as high as $3.85 and is still at $3.70. It's up on a day when the market's down. I gave it out when it was down. So just another winning trade. I'm just spitting them out to members here at InTheMoneyStocks.com who are learning the methodology. And that's what I like about it. If you're going to become a member here, if you're going to become part of this elite group, and this is an elite group, we are going to teach you the methodology, which is proprietary. Institutions don't know it. Hedge funds don't know it. No one knows it except those we teach here that are part of this elite group. And once you get past your free trial, then you have access to the social network Traders Life 24/7, where there's constant stock talk based on the methodology as people just compound gains after gain after gain, profit after profit. It's a world that no one is discovering except when they join us here. Once you're allowed to join here, then you become part of the elite group if you can cut it. And I've kicked out people before, to be honest. If I don't think you're working hard enough, if I don't think you're getting past those levels, then you're not meant for this elite group. I'm creating the most elite group of traders in the world. More than Goldman Sachs, better than Goldman Sachs, better than any of these other institutions. Those traders that we are kind of helping to learn the methodology and growing here, they will become the kings and help run the world here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. So I encourage you to come here, try the 7-day free trial. See if you can cut it. See if you can learn the methodology. I challenge you. You start getting the hang of it. You watch, you learn, you profit. You'll become one of the wealthiest people in the world in my estimation. All right, guys, enough said. Let's go back to the spiders and see what's going on here. Market's pulling back a little bit here, kind of retesting this little bit of a trend line here. And again, as long as you stay above this low, I think short term the bottom is in the market, as long as we don't close below on an intraday basis below this line right down here, which is the low of the day of the bottoming tail right there, three-tail theory as well. And we'll continue to watch over the course of the rest of the day. I'll be giving out more swing trades if I see anything for the Research Center members, and if you are on the intraday stock chat, I'll be back in there showing charts and also answering questions and giving trades out the rest of the afternoon. Have a great evening, guys, and again, come check us out here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial. Take care.